We are live. This is October 24th, 1 week from Halloween for those of you that celebrate that. But the lottery, we have some huge news happening with the lottery. Let me know, first of all, where are you watching from? Which lottery games do you play if you play the lottery? If you don't play the lottery, that's okay. But we are talking about that today. So if you are playing, which games do you play? Are you in it to win it? Always play responsibly, but which games do you play? Let me know. Even if this is no longer live, comment below this video. I love checking out your comments. And what did you guys think of this? There was an interview that was just released a couple of days ago with Sleepless Flower Girl. She appeared on this podcast, Lottery Dreams and Fortune, anonymously and claimed, well, she claimed the prize anonymously as well, known as Sleepless Flower Girl, when she was holding the giant check. But it was a 5 million jackpot on a scratch ticket. On a scratch ticket. Imagine that. I mean, that is, for most people anyway, incredibly life-changing. One piece of, like, one single ticket. What would you do? What will you do if you win a prize like that? Or it could be more, but other than come on to this podcast, of course, because we want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. And we can keep you anonymous on this show as well. We can blur your image. We can disguise your voice if you wish. You can come on in a costume. But this chat room is blowing up already. I am the next jackpot winner. Prolific. All right. Well, there we have it. Hey, Tim, what was the best investment you've done after your win? The best investment into myself. That's such a cliche, but no, best investment is into myself. Taking care of myself, exercising, exercise. But as far as financial investment, because that's probably what you're asking about, I would say, having diversification, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, that sort of thing, diversification. Hi, Tim. I play, so I don't think it's one. I don't think it's one is good what I'm getting at. I play both Mega Millions and Powerball. Annie Abundance. Well, thank you. So which lottery games do you play? Annie Abundance plays Mega Millions and Powerball. I know some people here are playing Euro Millions as well. But let's take a look at this Mega Millions right now, because it is, it's pretty high. Right now, it's the largest lottery on planet Earth at the moment. 680 million annuitized jackpot. So that is the annuity, what's called the annuity, all of it over a period of years before taxes, 680 million. So that's well over $500 million. And so the cash lump sum option, which most lottery winners in the USA opt for if they win, is 318.2 million. Just a cool 318.2 million. What would you do? What will you do? Are you playing that game? Let me know in this live chat, or if this is no longer live, below. But we're going to dive into this chat, and we have some lottery news stories we're going to get to in just a second as well. Testero333, super excited to see what's the next interview. Well, we were just talking about the Sleepless Flower Girl interview that many of you did watch. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. It's the latest one, the previous one in the feed of this channel. But her story is so inspirational with when she found out that she won, and not only like how it's changing her life, but she actually prayed. She prayed to, she prayed and literally won the next day. She was inspired by watching an interview on this YouTube channel, and then she prayed and she won the next day. But not only that, she used to drive by lottery headquarters and say, I'm going to, to herself that she's going to win. She knew where she would be going. She wrote on a whiteboard that she would be, she visualized it. She wrote that she would have millions on a whiteboard. And so she was intentionally sort of manifesting as well. It's very interesting. I'm winning tonight. Hello, everyone. Hope all is well. Matt, thanks for your comment. Good luck to all the players. I do well with New York Take 5, how I win the lottery. Thank you for your comment. Euro Jackpot. We have a Euro Jackpot player here. Euro Millions is up there today as well, which is a different game than Euro Jackpot. But Euro Millions is a cool, and this is tax-free in many countries, 52 million euros. for tonight. So I know some of you are playing that game. So let me know if you are playing that game. Which games are you playing? And here we go. I play Mega Millions, Powerball, Fantasy 5, and Cash for Life. Well, thank you. Yeah, I wish you good luck. I have interviewed, I think, people that have won all 4 of those games. So, yeah, you are welcome on this podcast if you win, for sure. But won $800 a few days ago in New York Take 5, how I won the lottery. Congratulations on your win. Megan Millions and Powerball is where it's at, says Kendrick Davis. And the Powerball, I mean, wasn't too long ago. It was over $1 billion. There were 2 tickets sold, one in the state of Missouri and one in Texas. And the person in Texas actually came forward recently to claim the ticket. They said they were actually driving to church, I believe, when they learned that they won. So it's interesting, but they, I think, are anonymous as well. But the Powerball this weekend, this is Saturday for tomorrow's $344 million annuitized jackpot. So that's getting up there too. So let's dive back into this chat room. Annuity is always the worst option. Tax rates now are historic lows, but with things always go, they will go up. And when tax rates go up, you get less each year from your winnings. Okay, well, thank you for your opinion. I appreciate that. It is sort of an interesting question. If you win in the USA, because you have the option of the lump sum, which is right around half, not necessarily half, but around half before taxes, which most lottery winners opt for after speaking with financial advisors, but not everybody does. And some people really swear by the annuity. I've interviewed people like that. And I actually interviewed, one thing that's been going on behind the scenes with this channel is there are so many people I've interviewed within the last 2 or 3 weeks, like tons of interviews. And some of them are experts. Well, one person's a near-death experience survivor. Several people are lottery winners. One person, though, is a financial advisor. And he gave a very interesting take on pros, like reasons to consider the annuity that I hadn't thought about. So watch for that interview coming soon. Sleepless Flower Girl's interview was great, very inspiring. I hope she's feeling great today. She was very honest about dealing with paranoia. I agree with you. She was very, very honest, and I really respect her coming on here to this program and sharing her story and her experience, because it's very real and it's very inspirational and it's overwhelmingly positive. And I'm glad that you enjoyed that interview. And thanks for being a member as well. We have a members only live happening next Thursday, October 30th. And if you are a member, you will be notified. But one of the perks, we get to really dive into what's going on behind the scenes, but also get to every single question, which we cannot do in these public lives, but we try to get to all that we can. And Yandia 77 with the extremely lucky 444 super. Thank you very much. That means so much to me. Blessings to you. I wish you good luck if you are playing the lottery. And regardless, I wish you happiness and abundance. Thank you so much for your support. Blessings, Tim. Enjoyed the Sleep Flower Girl podcast. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for your support and for the lucky 4s supers. Thank you. Blessings to you. Can't wait to win tonight. Hey, there's someone that's in it to win it. Here's another person. Hello, Tim, winning tonight. I liked the last interview with the Mega Millions. Get any bigger? Maybe we'll get Kurt back. Yeah, I mean, it's always possible. We'd love to host him again on this podcast. And whenever the jackpot gets super, super high, it is interesting. We get into a lot of the logistics of what actually should you do if you win a prize of that size, of hundreds of millions, because it is a little different than like winning $1 million. It's a lot different. So with what you do. So hi, Tim. Not that can't be extremely life-changing, because $1 million can, but it is a difference. Thank you for inspiring content you can share and the useful details we wouldn't otherwise know of. Jason Wolf. Thank you, Jason Wolf. I appreciate your support. Played $10 on Mega Millions, how I win the lottery. I played Lotto Max 649 Canada, and that is tax-free up in Canada. And it's about time to interview another person from Canada. I've interviewed a few people, but it's about time to interview another one. And you can see that today, well, actually, I think that's today, 30 million for Lotto Max, 30 million tax-free up for grabs in Canada. Mega and Powerball. Let's try to get caught up in this chat room. In fact, before we even get caught up in this chat room, I do want to share. Let's take a look. There's some couple lottery news stories that are pretty interesting that are happening like as we speak. And some say that some people go to different stores and they think certain stores have all the luck. Well, this store, this is around Los Angeles. This is pretty awesome. This has to be the luckiest store in the state of California at the moment, I would say. And look at these. There's a store owner, and I believe her daughter, and they're holding the giant novelty check that you get when your store sells winning tickets. But this is a family-owned liquor store in Los Angeles County. They recently sold a Super Lotto Plus ticket worth $50 million. In 2017, they walked away with a lottery player walked away with a $3 million prize from a scratch ticket sold at the same store. And then in 2021, this store sold another ticket, a scratch ticket worth $10 million. So that's 3 tickets worth multiple millions sold at the very same store in Los Angeles County. Now, try telling me lightning can't strike twice or 3 times, because it did in this store, and it's pretty awesome. So we wanted to bring that story up. But let's dive back into this chat room, and then we'll get back into some of these stories. But ever since Mega Millions changed prices, $5, I've only won twice by getting the mega number only. I've spent 100 at a time and don't get a single number, only my tickets. But yes, I did buy in today's drawing. So you did purchase in today's drawing of the Mega Millions, which is, I mean, I have to think that more people do. I mean, they do most of the time. They play more often when the jackpot gets super high. And it's creeping closer and closer to the billion range. So we'll have to see what happens. 680 million. But I wish you good luck. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you so much for your comments. And let's dive back into this. I'm playing in Lotto in Italy. Well, I wish you good luck. I love Italy. In the lottery, some people don't know this, but I do, because I've been to where they draw the balls in Italy. And it is really quite the production. It's really a big deal. I wish you good luck with the lottery. Respect from Florida, Timothy. Tom, respect to you. Tom, yeah, you're back in Florida. I wish you good luck. Great to see you. Thank God it's tax-free in the UK. You get exactly what is advertised. And that's quite different than the USA, of course, because what is advertised, or what you see, is the annuitized jackpot, and that's quite different than what a lottery winner will actually receive. But it's still exciting and still extremely life-changing. But yeah, tax-free can't go wrong with that. Annuity for me, Craig. All right, Craig. Well, there we go. So we have one person choosing the annuity. Just recently almost won the Powerball jackpot. Ooh, that sounds close. And okay, Ireland. Yeah, it's about time to interview another person from Ireland here. But here is a $3 super from Annette Olson. I might be mispronouncing that. From Canada. I'm a recent member. Love from Canada. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Welcome to this community, being a member. I hope to see you at the Members Only Live next Thursday. But thank you very, very much. That really, truly means a lot, your support. Thank you for the very generous $3 super. And I wish you good luck if you are playing the lottery. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Is the live freezing on anyone else's end? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's freezing to me. Seems like it's hot. It's hot because these jackpots are so high. But if it is, let us know in the comments. Hi, Timothy. Thank you for inspiring everyone who loved to play the lottery. I've been seeing myself holding a winning ticket, and I'm ready to receive the Mega Millions jackpot winner now. Thank you. I wish you good luck. I really love your background today. Well, thank you, Miss Bunny Elephant Production 5431. Yeah. So we have where is it? This side? This side. Yeah, we have a lottery ticket. We have some money happening back there. So I'm glad that you like the background. We try to switch it up, but I appreciate that. And here's some pumpkins, which reminds me. So next week's live, guys, this is important. Next week's live, we do lives on Friday typically. Next week is Halloween. Not everyone watching this necessarily celebrates that because some countries don't, but this channel does. And so every Halloween, we have like a pretty crazy live. So we're going to have just tune in because there may or may not be dowsing rods. There may or may not be a Ouija board. There may or may not be costumes, but it's going to be fun is what it's going to be. So check it out next Friday, Halloween. Sleepless Flower Girl described my dream with paranoia. I was holding the winning jackpot ticket and was anxious trying to hide it until I could get it to a safety deposit box. That was my dream. So you had a dream. We're all about dreams on this channel. So you had a dream about it where you felt that. And that's interesting because, and for me, if I have a dream that like that, that's what I write down. Like right when I wake up is the feeling of it. And to dream about winning the lottery and then to have it happen it's incredibly surreal. And it does happen. It does. I mean, it happens often. I've met quite a few other people that has happened to. It doesn't happen to everybody, of course, but it does. And when it does, it's quite remarkable. But I wish you good luck from East Texas, practicing the manifestation of interviewing with you. Jeremy Stead, thank you for joining from East Texas. I wish you so much luck. And it's interesting because I've interviewed a few people now that have come onto this show that intentionally did try to manifest. I mean, I shouldn't even use the word try, but they visualized it and felt it and of coming onto this show, and then they actually got on this show. So it does happen. And in fact, one person was inspired to even play the lottery because of this channel, and then she won. So I know that's going to happen more and more. But if you do play, always play responsibly. Never spend more than you can afford to lose. It is important. And if you don't play, that's okay too. I'm not encouraging you to, but hey, anything's possible. Tim, call you next week to talk about my jackpot win. Fig production, 28K. Okay. Let's plan on that. Natalie, oh my gosh, with a 1999 Super Natalie. That is extremely generous. Thank you very much. 1999 is the year I won the lottery. Many of you know this. So it's not only generous, but it's extremely symbolic and meaningful. So thank you very much, Natalie, who says, hey, Tim, had my fifth dream in the span of 2 years of winning the lottery 2 nights ago, then went to grab a scratch off and the lady chose the wrong one, but I bought it anyways and won 100. Crazy. Life is good. Wow. So you bought it anyways and won 100. It's not the one that you intended to get. And wow. So yeah, that sounds like quite the dream. That's amazing. Well, Natalie, it kind of reminds me of this person that just claimed the ticket in the state of Texas for this latest $1 billion prize, this massive prize of over $1 billion. 2 tickets sold, one of them in Texas. And the person that came forward, of course, came forward anonymously, but they said that I believe it wasn't what they intended. Like the numbers weren't what they intended, but they bought it anyway, I believe. You can look up the story and get the facts for yourself, but anyway, that does happen. It does happen in real life too. But it sounds like quite the dream. Thank you very much for the extremely generous super for $19.99, and I wish you good luck. Sincerely, thank you, and blessings to you. Thank you very much. I take those types of dreams very seriously. Dizzy. Well, Dizzy, you're not alone. You're not alone. Euro Millions today estimated 50 million. That's right. That's right. I play Powerball, Mega Millions, New York Lotto, New York Pick 10, Scratch Offs, and New York Cash for Life. Tiny86, thank you for your comment. Actually, it doesn't matter, tax-free or not. No country has the huge jackpots like in the USA. Well, that's a good point. The jackpots don't typically get to the $1 billion range outside of the USA. There is a $1 billion jackpot in Spain around Christmas time. That's a huge, one of the largest lotteries in the world around Christmas, but it's a little different where it's divided amongst many, many people. So it's not like one person or two tickets are going to win that. It's spread out. So it's a little different concept, but the jackpot itself is in the $1 billion range often. So you are the man, Tim Berg. Whoa, well, thank you. Thank you. You're building up my ego. You're building up my ego. Thank you. I appreciate your support. I like your videos. I dreamt twice that I won the lottery. Once I saw the numbers, and the second I ran out of my room celebrating winning the lottery. We're all about lottery dreams. Thank you for sharing that today. Still waiting for my jackpot so I can come on to your show. Well, hey, anything's possible. And Flame Ake is here, who's a member. Flame Ake, I hope to see you next Thursday for the members only live, who says, hi, Tim. I saw a dream so vivid. I was planning to buy lotto tickets with my whole paycheck to see if it'll happen. Wow. Well, it sounds like an extremely vivid dream. It really, really does. I think, I don't know, other than that you're like an awesome, amazing viewer and supporter of this channel. I know that, but I don't know like your financial situation. So that's why I have to say this, is that I would be, careful about spending an entire paycheck on tickets. I would just, because it only takes one for a chance. Only takes one for a chance. But it's up to you. You know your situation better than I do, and I wish you good luck. What are your thoughts on deja vu? Tarot, deja vu. I think deja vu is so interesting. I've definitely experienced it throughout my life, and I know some of you have as well. And my thoughts are that I think it's, real, because if you really get into it if you look into the quantum physics and you look into what time is relative. So it's not how we perceive it necessarily. It's kind of blurred. It's not past to present to future, how we experience it. And so studies have shown different, and I've written about this and researched this quite a bit, about presentiment and that sort of thing, where they can measure reactions before your conscious brain even knows something is happening. Time is not, it really gets deep, and I could talk about it for 30 minutes or more, but to answer your question here, the deja vu, it's not so crazy to think that people have deja vu, because maybe they've already experienced it, or part of themselves is already sensing that it's going to happen. That's what I think. What do you guys think? I'm not trying to convince you to believe what I believe, but manifest, 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 says Naomi Magic. Okay. If you don't dream a lottery win on the night before, should you hold off from playing on the lottery day? If you don't dream on the night before, Lizzie, no, I think, Lizzie, you should do what feels best to you. I don't think you should hold off to do what feels best to you. If it doesn't feel right to go out at a certain time, then don't do that. Do what feels best, because it should be a fun experience playing the lottery if you play. That's my suggestion. Thank you for the good vibes you always give in live shows. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that you appreciate that. Here is a extremely generous $10 super. Amazing. Under the radar. Well, you're on the radar right now because we pulled up your comment. I spent a lot of time watching videos manifesting Then I had this very powerful dream last month about winning. Do you think my subconscious is playing tricks by replaying what I've been watching? So, yeah, it sounds like that it is in your subconscious for sure if you're dreaming about it. And it sounds like you consume a lot of videos on manifesting and about winning the lottery. So it makes sense that you would have a dream about it if your mind is really on that. Do I think that it's playing tricks on you? I don't necessarily think it's playing tricks on you. I mean, I'm not in your head, but here's what I honestly think. This is what I tell most people because I found this to be true, at least for myself and for a lot of people. And that's when you dream about something that is very, very real or vivid, then like it's not necessarily, at least for me, it's not what I see, it's how I felt. And it's the message of the dream. If you believe that the dream is beyond just your imagination or beyond just the subconscious trying to work something out. I think some dreams can be just that. But other dreams, I think for me at least, feel different and they feel more real and visceral. And I can, see things happening in real life. Like I say real life, but it's all real life. But see things happening in this reality that I dreamt about that were very, very real. So I don't think it's playing tricks on you, but I do think it's important to write down like how it felt at the time to get the meaning of it, not just with a lottery dream, but about any dream. And then the more you do it, probably the better you can get in deciphering the true meaning of your own dream because everyone's different in their own perception. So hopefully that's helpful, but thank you very much. That's an excellent, excellent question. And it sounds like quite the dream. So thank you very much for the very generous super as well. Greetings in California, cookies and pie. Greetings to you. We always have to send greetings to some cookies and pie. She's a huge supporter. So the scratch off win wasn't a dream. I had the lottery winning dream, then went and bought a scratch off next day and won on a ticket I didn't intend to purchase. So this happened. And so you actually won because we pulled up your dream earlier, or you mentioned the dream earlier, but you actually won. So I think you said 100, but somewhere around that area. But congratulations on your win. That's awesome. We love hearing. If you guys have a win story, then comment in this chat. Or even if you don't, what is your experience playing the lottery? If you play, have you won anything? Comment in this chat. We love checking out your comments, or below this video if this is no longer live. I've been watching your vlog. I'm manifesting a $5 million lottery winner. I just bought a ticket. I just buy a ticket whenever I feel I want to buy. All right. Well, thank you for your comment. I wish you good luck. About to win the Euro Millions in UK. We'll share the experience of doing so shortly. All right. We look forward to that. Gonna need that Shane Misler interview one day. Well, we would love to interview him. His story is quite inspirational, to say the least. I relate. I'm so into quantum physics, and I believe on so many things that the whole time thing is just deja vus. Yeah. So time, I think, it's not, it's not how we perceive it, past to present to future. That's not like I'm making that up. It's really like that. It's relative if you really look into it. And so it makes sense that it's possible. It helps explain from the scientific perspective how you can have a hunch or have a dream that is precognitive, or have an experience where you just know something intuitively before it happens. Or maybe you just know something that you wouldn't know otherwise because your conscious mind just doesn't know, but you know. And so what is that? What is that voice that comes from within? Well, part of it can partially be explained by time. Time is not how we experience it. necessarily. That's partially. I think it goes way deeper than that, but it's a very interesting topic. Someone once told me deja vu happens when you died, but it wasn't your time to die, and you were sent back like a saved point, like in a video game. Well, it's interesting, Chris Adusky. Thank you for the very generous super for $5, by the way. That is extremely generous of you. Blessings to you. I greatly appreciate your support for this channel. And I recently interviewed a near-death experience survivor who was actually a neuroscientist, I believe. No, neurosurgeon is what he was. And he's written a few books, and it's just very interesting to speak with someone that was more from the science perspective, who then had this experience of that happening. And I have interviewed a few and met a few different people that have literally died, a couple on this channel already. Some of you may have seen these interviews, but where people literally died. One person was zipped in a body bag for literally an hour inside of this body bag. I mean, you can't make this up. This actually happened. He was dead. He was bloated and blue and all this stuff, but he came back, and is very interesting. So yeah, thank you for your comment. Thank you for the very generous super. How do you start dreaming about winning the lottery? Is it part of lucid dreaming? Well, if I were intentionally trying to dream about the lottery, I would probably do kind of what this other person might be doing, is to try to get it into your subconscious. And one way to do that is to really emotionalize it, get emotional, and then do it when you're kind of open. And two times when most people are in the morning when you first wake up, or right before you go to bed. The state akin to sleep, where you're kind of more relaxed, and your ego and your conscious mind that's chattering all the time kind of quiets down, and then you focus on that. So that's one way, and that's what I would do if I were trying to dream about winning the lottery. And of course, this other person that commented earlier, sounds like they consume a lot of that, and their mind is on that quite a bit. So that would be another way. But I mean, it's just like anything. What do you dream about? You probably have some activities or things that you're into that you dream about. And the reason for some types of dreams anyway that you dream about it is that it's in your subconscious. Gifted. Oh, look at this. Internal Awake 84. Thank you very much for gifting 5 memberships. 5 of you, 5 random people have received memberships. Amazing. Very generous of you. Let's give a huge shout out to Internal Awake 84. And I hope to see you in next Thursday's Members Only Live. I really hope to see you. That's October 30th, next Thursday. We're going to be doing a very special Members Only Live. And so thank you very much. That's extremely generous. And you definitely have some good karma coming to you. So thank you. I've experienced deja vu, and 9 times out of 10, it seems to be positive. One time we pulled up just to put gas in the vehicle and had such a deep deja vu. I told my wife, get a number 5 scratcher, and it was a 500 winner. Wow. I like that story. We love stories like that. And that reminds me, we are featuring short testimonials of people of all kinds of wins. We do major winners. People have won hundreds of millions, of course, and everything in between. People have won just a few thousand. But if you have a story, or even this 500, we're putting together a compilation of short stories with different people that have had experiences, and that could be a good fit. So feel free to email my team if you want to be considered for that. And here's a 199, super, very symbolic, meaningful with the 199 right there. Willie, thank you, Willie, who says, hey, Tim, any updates on Shane Misler, his story? So yeah, he has not appeared on this show. Many people know news stories about that win, and from those news stories, it is quite inspirational. And certainly we would love to host him. So that's kind of where we're at with it. And definitely would love to host him. It's quite inspiring and quite the story. So thank you very much for the very generous super and for your support. Hi, Tim. Always play the lottery. The Mega Powerball. Never dreamed about hitting one. Don't know why. I never had a dream about hitting the lottery, but I play responsibly. Trent Wilson. I love that. I like you already. And good job playing responsibly as well, Trent. Thanks for your comment. Going to win Arizona, the pick over 9 million. Be on your show soon. Joey. Well, Joey, I wish you good luck. I've interviewed one person so far that's won from the state of Arizona, but it will not be the last. Could it be Joey? It can. It's rhetorical. It's a rhetorical question, but play responsibly. Anything's possible, but always play responsibly if you play. I always win the lottery. When I play, I never lose. It's actually crazy. Each time I play, I win from $5 to $10 to $50 to $100, even $500. I just know I'm going to hit the jackpot. Whoa. Moon B777 is, talk about in it to win it right there. Okay. So we are really behind on this chat room, and we don't have tons of time today. So I'm going to try to be concise here and get to some more questions. I've always wanted to win. I've watched your show for years. I saw someone who believes everything I believe just interview in your show, and she prayed like how I do. I would love to meet you. Well, I would love that as well. Thank you very much. And I think you might be referring to the Sleepless Flower Girl interview that was just released a couple days ago, but she prayed to win, I believe, but she did a prayer after watching a video on this channel with another lottery winner, and then she won the very next day. Is that a coincidence? A lot of people don't think so, but it's very inspirational, and it's quite the positive, incredible story. And I think there's a lot of, personally, I pray, I'm into it. It's kind of like a form of meditation, whether you want to use that word or not. But I think prayer is very real, and it's, for me at least, I find it very beneficial. Hope we all get to the timelines where we all win. Happy Cam. You have to love that timeline. Thank you for your comment. Is it true that the euphoria from winning the lottery goes down after a while, and it's just a new normal? Even if it's a huge amount, like 500 million plus, I would feel like I'm in a movie every day. Dizzy. Well, Dizzy, I can't speak for all lottery winners, but for my, excuse me, this is what happens when it's live. Anything can happen. But for myself, yes, it did come down to a new normal after the adrenaline and the euphoria wore off. You're not up there forever on cloud nine, but that doesn't mean that you're back to where you were. At least for me, everybody's different, but I feel like there's this huge spike, sudden wealth. They call it sudden wealth for a reason. And there's this huge spike of euphoria and exhilaration, and then you come down to what is called what I like to call a new normal. But it can still feel like a movie. Even after that, it can still feel like a movie. That's for sure. And here is Rich Paula, who gifted 5 memberships. Richie Paula, Richie, thank you very much. Huge shout out to Richie. Richie, I hope to see you next Thursday at the members only live. Thank you very much for your support. I wish you good luck if you are playing the lottery. 5 random people have just received memberships thanks to Richie. So there's some good juju coming to Richie. Richie, thank you. Lump sum with the $9.99. Super. Look at that. Very extremely meaningful. Hey, Timothy, do you think your dream predicted the future, or do you think because you had the dream, you thinking the dream was a sign, caused this intense desire to manifest the win? That is a really good question, Lump Sum. That's a very, very good question. And I've written about that quite a bit in this book that I'm working on. And if you want notifications on when that will be released, that's in the description of this video. But to answer your question, I think it's, personally, I think it's like a combination of, I don't think it's like one or the other. I think it's a combination of things, because you have to take the action step to do certain things. And when it comes to play, like the lottery, for example, you have to buy a ticket, but I wouldn't have necessarily purchased a ticket if I didn't believe that I was going to win. Does that make sense? Because but it goes beyond that. It wasn't just the dream. And then, because I went out the next day, literally the next day, and played after having that dream, because it was so real, and I didn't win. And then I played again and I didn't win. And then it kept going and going. And about 3 months later, I won. And so, and some people, it's longer than that. And some people it's the next day. So, but it does happen to some people, and it's extremely interesting when it does. And I think that, we are creative people, like individuals. We are capable of creating things with our energy, of course. But I also think, as we were talking about earlier with time, that it isn't fixed, it's relative. And therefore it is possible, at least I believe, to sense things before they happen or as they're happening. So it's all connected. It's not like a black or white answer, but I think it can be all of these things to an extent. So hopefully that I could talk about that for a lot longer as well, because it's a really an in-depth question, but it's an excellent question. Thank you very much. For the last Powerball drawing, I got the Powerball number 12 on 2 different tickets. My jackpot is here, Elf the Walker. And here, Flame Ache just gifted 1 membership, and Flame Ache gifted another membership. Amazing. So 2 memberships. 2 more people have become members thanks to Flame Ache. Huge shout out to you. Thank you very much for your support. I wish you good luck. You're such a huge supporter. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Under the Radar with a generous $10 super, who says, after I started manifesting daily, I often feel a calm reassurance that I'll win the jackpot. Although it feels great, I wonder if it's just defense mechanism for when things aren't going great. So yeah, so you're saying that you often feel a calm when you're doing this, and it feels great, but you wonder if it's a defense mechanism. So yeah, you know yourself better than I do, but I think, at least for me, because now I understand what manifestation is, and now I've always prayed, so that's not new. I've always been into prayer, and I've always found it very beneficial and extremely powerful. But in a way, I've learned the power of affirmations as well, and visualization and belief and faith. I used to just use the word faith, because faith, I think, is very, very powerful. But belief is too, and they're sort of the same. They're very related, those two. So I think if you are into manifestation and you are intentionally, there's all kinds of different techniques, intentionally doing this stuff, then I guess for me, I don't view it as a defense mechanism. I view it as creativity. It's a way to create. Pro athletes do this too. They visualize how they want it to go, or lots of people do this, whether they use the word manifestation or not, or they put out that they expect things. They get to a point where they become this on the inside, and they expect it to see something. They expect to experience something, and then it happens. And I don't think that a lot of the time that's just a coincidence when that happens. So that's what I think. But I do find it therapeutic to meditate and prayer and that sort of thing. So hopefully that answers your question. But thank you very much for the very generous super. I wonder if people that are manifesting and visualizing, if we will get the same high, because I feel like winning would feel like something I already expect. Happy Cam, thanks for your comment. Do you believe that someone can know when and how much? 888 Moon Phoenix. Thank you for the 199 super. Very, very thoughtful, very generous of you. Very meaningful. Do I believe? I mean, I see stories. I've met people that thought that. I mean, just look at, I mean, one story in particular that comes to, well, there's a couple people. There's a few people I've met that believed they were going to win a certain amount, and then they won that exact amount. Cynthia Stafford, for example, 112 million jackpot. There's another person, Daniel Howard in the UK, who won a 1 million Euro Millions prize. He wrote out on a check that he would win 1 million pounds. He wrote this out and said he would win by a certain date, and then it happened just like that. And so yes, I've met people that has happened to. So yeah, last year. But thank you very much for the very generous super. Last year I won about 740-ish, I believe, on Mega and Jackpocket. And this year I'll win 631 New York cash for life on Jackpocket. All thanks to God. They came when I needed, excuse me, they came when I needed it. Tiny86, I wish you good luck. Thanks for your comment. Always play responsibly, but I do absolutely wish you good luck. Okay. So we are running kind of short on time. I want to get to a couple more questions here. Write down, I have won the lottery jackpot 7 times a day for 7 days. That's how I started having dreams of big winnings. Well, someone else was asking about how to do that. That's your technique. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. The only technique necessary is assuming that you've already won and stay in all this and stay in that state all day long, every day. Your actions that come out of the state will automatically lead you to getting rich. Blessed. All right, blessed. Thank you for your comment. I bought a large check from Amazon and wrote the amount. It's interesting when you see people that write down the exact, like they write it down and then it happens. And this person I just interviewed actually wrote on a whiteboard that she would win, or that she would come across and have millions, and then it happened. But I can't tell you how many people that I've interviewed that have had similar experiences. And there's also, I'm concerned, I'm cursed because I never win and have many challenges in my life. Well, I don't believe that you are cursed. And, a lot of people don't win because that's how the jackpots grow. But anything and everything is possible. And I absolutely don't believe you're cursed. So don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. And if it comes to the lottery, never, ever, ever spend if it's stressful to lose however much you are spending to play. If it's stressful to lose that, then my advice is not to play. But if you can have fun with it and it's a fun experience and you want to have a chance, no matter what the odds are, I don't personally listen to the odds, but if you do, because they are interesting, but just never spend more than you can afford to lose and have fun with it. But regardless, I don't think you're cursed at all. And I really wish you the best. Blessings to you. And thanks for your comment. I'm writing down all the doubts I have about winning and debunking them right after so I can clear the blocks away from my winning. Well, thank you. I mean, I wish you good luck. You got to stay on the positive side. That's right. There's a saying, Henry Ford, this is old school. Henry Ford, very old, famous quote, was something to the effect of, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And I think there's a lot of truth to that. I am similar to Flower Girl interviews, always praying and waiting for God's grace to win multiple lotteries. I love it. So I want to do a couple things. One is that earlier we were talking about intuition and that sort of thing, because, time not being relative, is it possible, or it is relative. So can you see things in the future, in your dreams, or you have a hunch and then it turns out to be true, or you just feel like you should take a left turn instead of a right turn. And then it turns out that had you taken the right turn, there was a horrible accident and, it would have delayed your trip, or worse, you could have been in it. So things like that. And I am so into intuition. I strongly believe it because of my own experiences and many of the people that I've met and interviewed, which is one of the reasons why I am excited for one of our channel sponsors here that we do have to pull up, Psychic Source. There it is right there. You can see it. But Psychic Source, they've been around for 30 years. And if you have ever wanted to speak with someone about your dreams or intuition, you can check them out. They are a channel sponsor. They do phone, video, and even text readings. I've had one myself, and it was super interesting. I just had one a few days ago, and you will see that in an upcoming video. But there's a special offer right now at trypsychicsource.com/dreambig. We'll also put a link in the description to try your first 40 minutes for less than $20. So check that out if you're interested in that. It's one of our channel sponsors. But we are running short on time. I do want to get to as many of these as I can. Powerball jackpot will catch up to Mega Millions jackpot soon, since the Mega Millions jackpot only going up $20 to $30 million per drawing. So yeah, that's interesting. Well, the Powerball, right now, it is going up pretty quickly. 344 million for this Saturday. That's the annuitized jackpot. So, and Mega Millions is 600, as we got to earlier, is 680. It's up there as well. So it is. We'll see if you're right, if it can catch up. 680 million up for grabs tonight. If you're playing these games, these are the two most popular games in the USA, and we have people here from all over the world. But here's a $9.99 super from Natalie. Thank you very much. That's the year that I won the lottery, and it is so symbolic, so meaningful. Thank you, Natalie. Would you consider having a dream expert on your channel during a live so your viewers can ask questions? So you're asking, can we do a live with an interview? So to ask questions in real time. And I love that idea, Natalie. I love that idea. So I will take that into consideration, and hopefully we can make that happen. Thank you very much for the very, very generous super and for the suggestion, because sometimes, not all of you guys realize this, but sometimes your guest suggestions or your ideas, what you put out there actually happens on this channel. I can't tell you how many times that has happened, and it will continue to happen. I read it. So thank you very much, Natalie, for the very generous super and for the suggestion. I read a book on Kindle called Unlock Thyself. I think it was very inspiring. And if anyone in doubt themselves like that, or just need confirmation, this book. Okay. All right. Well, there's a book suggestion right there. So, and I want to get to, we're going to do our dream drop that we do from time to time in just a moment. Thank you very much. I am Delight Lash for the $199. Very, very meaningful, super blessings to you. I wish you good luck if you're playing the lottery. And regardless of whether you are or aren't, I wish you abundance and happiness and blessings. Thank you very much for the very generous super. So let's get to this dream drop here in just a moment. Let me pull this up here. We have this somewhere. So what this is, some of you know what this is, but basically one word, drop one word in this chat room for what is the craziest dream, the wildest, most out there dream that you have had lately. And I'm going to try to read off as many as I can. So go ahead and in this live chat, one word for the craziest dream that you have had recently. And we will start reading those off in just a moment. Your energy is so calming. Well, Parrot, thank you. I think that's a compliment. Thank you. And okay, here we go. So here, one word for your craziest dreams. Blank check. Well, that's two words, but I like that. Hell. Oh my gosh. Someone's dreaming of hell. All right. Well, mafia. Okay. Shoes, fighting, running, zebra, lottery. Oh, you have to love that. Thank you for being a member. Dream. I won 25,000 in the lottery. So you dreamt that you won 25,000. Well, congratulations to the dream you, but it could happen in real life. Play responsibly, but anything's possible. You won 48. All right. Inner self. Well, there you go. Being creative with the hyphen there. Inner self, peace, wealth, lioness, mountains, numbers, peace. One word for the craziest dream you've had lately. Dragons, star. I love that. My new home. That's 3 words, but hey, it's nice that you like your new home. Rich, abundance, helicopter, peace, marriage, winning lottery. That's 2 words, but we love those 2 words. Cash, love, lottery, vultures. Ooh, you got to watch out for the vultures. Soulmate, freedom, winner, a gold island. Pray. Okay, that's 3 words. Praying, but you have to love the gold. Praying mantis with a hyphen. Numbers, queen, bully, snakes, hair, Bitcoin. Yeah, well, Bitcoin. All right. I mean, Bitcoin, that's another way of sudden wealth. We're talking about sudden wealth here. Congratulations. Grasshopper, calm, real, alive, free, multi-million win. Jackie Coat putting those words together into one. Winning, mystery, manifestation, money, XRP, flying cars, fortune, gold, lottery, millionaire, liquor. So this is you dreamt about a millionaire and liquor. That is quite the combination. Were you one of the people that bought one of those tickets in that California, in the Los Angeles liquor store that just won the other day? Haircut, winning ticket, my turn in line, millionaire, jackpot, lemonade. Well, we went from liquor to lemonade, jackpot, tequila. Oh, now we're at tequila, views, millionaire. There's another millionaire. Chrysanthemum. Lizzie, thank you. Flying, accomplishments, snake, costume. We're gonna have one of those next week with a Halloween live. Watch for that. Millionaire, XRP, YouTube, millionaire. All right. So I love it. This is why this dream drop is fun. Boss. We had diamond. There's a 199 super from Claudia Johanna. Extremely symbolic, extremely meaningful. Claudia Johanna, thank you. Blessings to you. I wish you good luck if you are playing the lottery. I truly do. And if you're not, I wish you abundance and happiness. Thank you for your support. A billionaire, giantess, crypto, reunification, freedom. All right. And here's one gifted membership from Free Blessings, giving out the free blessings. One person here in this live chat has just become a member. It's selected randomly, but someone just received this free blessing from Free Blessings. So thank you very much for doing that. And leprechaun showing the luck. Uncertain. All right, so we are just about out of time. Love, 333 million, the lucky threes. That would be awesome to win 333 million. I'm winning the Euro Millions tonight, 48 million euros. And yeah, the Euro Millions. And what's one thing, there's a lot of things that are nice about that game, but one thing is that in many countries it's tax-free. Happy. Wait, where did that go? Yacht. All right, apparently we can't pull up that comment. That's okay. My long-awaited 100 millions is finally here. All right, well, if you do win that 100 million or any lottery prize, or you just have a story, maybe you've been on a game show, maybe you've been on a reality show, Maybe you've won anything really, or you have a story involving intuition or manifestation, like we're talking about a lot today, that you want considered for this podcast. Email my team. The email address is on the about page of this YouTube channel, so check it out. But wherever you guys are watching from, thank you guys so much for your support. It truly means a lot. Thanks for all the very generous supers. Remember that anything and everything is possible. Dream big. Destiny favors the dreamers. Always play responsibly, though. If you play the lottery, it is so important. I can't emphasize that enough. And if you don't play, that's okay too. But hey, anything's possible. And I really appreciate you guys' support. There's so many interviews coming soon with lottery winners, and there's a near-death experience survivor, and just several people who have won and experienced things that are just incredible. And I'm excited to share with you. So thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you soon.